I obviously would know I'd have to go around my boss, and then
Yeah.
maybe my pay raise would be less next year.
Remember last year?
Remember when you went to the council?
-5. You owe me $220.
So I know we don't start till 1, at 1 Becky Carnes, but we've already taken care of that. 1:15 is Alex
It'll
Bull,
never happen.
1:30 Alex Bull.
But like in a green state,
One of the things I wanted to bring up when we do get restarted is,
I'm already on.
okay, great, is the fairgrounds equipment maintenance is also in Commissioner's budget for a $19,000 increase also. So when we're working on the fairgrounds, we have to remember that there's the total of $50,000 in the edit also for repairs for the fairground.
Is it a good idea to even consider doing like I don't know whether that's tomorrow with the commissioners or even a separate like special session or something to like talk about the fairgrounds? It just seems like there's a lot of layers
Well,
there.
one of the things with budget is we have to get the budget done because we have to do the first call, second call, and then she has to do all the paperwork to get it into the state. So we don't have a month to do it. My suggestion, and I'm not trying to sound like a smart aleck, study it tonight, come in tomorrow with suggestions. That's, each one of us can do this and say, hey, this is what you think we should do. Because for myself, I do not want to, I don't want to be a Jeff Volt to micromanage anybody. I want them to do their job and come to me and say, this is what we need. I'm just picking on Jeff. I've got to pick on him. But do you see what I'm saying? So maybe look at it tonight, come up with something tomorrow morning. When we get in here, we can discuss it. And all of us can take the time out and,
Amy, could you share the timeline of when the councils need to meet, and then you input, and then a first reading, second?
So when we're done here with budget hearings, I'll make sure everything's inputted correctly on this, our side and the statewide side. Then I advertise, your first meeting is in September and your second meeting's in October.
And we have to go by that schedule.
I mean, you can, but we have to schedule it if it's gonna be different before I advertise it. Once I advertise it, it's set in stone.
And you advertise it when, did you say?
As soon as I can get everything updated on my side and on the state side, I try to get it advertised so it's out there for as long as it, for people to look at.
When do you anticipate, like roughly how long does that take?
It won't take me very long because you guys haven't made, unless you go back and make a bunch of changes, then that's different.
look at that smile. Get some Tylenol.
I already took my anxiety medicine again today.
Okay, it's 1 o'clock, so like I say, we can go ahead and reconvene. And so it would be at 1 o'clock, technology, it's done. So what do we want to go over real quick? Is there something we want to talk about? I know we have Extension Office review, Children's Advocacy Center, Fairgrounds review, are 3. So what is, let's go to the Extension's office real quick. Okay, I know I've got a couple of them marked here that was questioned. One was contract through Purdue. This is line item 37803. It's a $23,250 increase, and line item 37804 is a $23,500 increase.
What page are you on? I'm sorry.
If you look at the very bottom, it's page 10 of the Extension Office.
Okay, sorry, I was on the wrong section.
That's all right. It's only one page, but yeah, are you there? Everybody there? So I need thoughts, input on
So
this.
this is that packet that the guy sent out, the Purdue Extension, this thing
Yes.
Yes.
that he came and did the presentation on before, and just more or less railroaded us into saying that, hey, you owe us this much money,
Well,
is my thought.
it's sort of like they want us to carry the burden for them for, that's a $50,000.
Same services, more
Same
money.
services, and realistic, my opinion, I'm just me. If you want to learn how to plant a shrub, you get online and you look it up. You don't go to some meeting and sit for 2 to 3 hours. Or if you want to learn how to make your plants greener, you get online. You don't, I don't know, and I don't mean to sound negative, but I don't know what good these meetings do anymore, if people even use them. If that makes any sense what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't entirely, I missed that meeting that he was here previously, and so I was playing catch up today. I don't entirely understand their system and how it works, but supposedly it's based on other states that have done something like this. And the only thing I would say is that we live in a very, rural, ag-driven kind of area, and I'd like to see those programs and supports continue for our population, I guess, but.
I'd really like to hear from Peg on this. Peg is probably pretty
I've worked
knowledgeable
with this
there.
system for 31 years.
Yeah, you're probably the best.
And I'm not going to comment. I'm going to just step back from this.
No, I'd like to hear more about the program. I mean, could you give us just a little more insight, maybe? You don't have to tell us what you feel we should do it or not.
It's the land grant system, and each state has a land grant entity. For the state of Indiana, it's Purdue. For the state of Kentucky, it's UK and Kentucky State. And Ohio, state of Ohio, it's Ohio State and Central State. And you can go around usually all the land grant entities in the state is like the state universities, except for the state, there's a couple of them, state of Indiana, IU is not the land grant, it's Purdue. And through that, there's several different programs. There's a 4-H entity, there's a consumer and family science entity, there's the A&R resource entity. And as somebody mentioned, through that, the park program, and that's certification to apply the chemicals, and they take and have a training, because you have to keep up continuing education. And I believe you can take some of those online. So they administer that program. And he shared today the 4-H program, state of Indiana. 4-H is a strong program, and a lot of outreach for that. The person is going to be in a county office, but they're also going to be serving other counties 2% programs. And we have, for Ripley County, we have clerical staff, and we also have an office manager with the extension service and part of the county responsibility. We have always paid office supplies, furnished an office, the support staff, and mileage. And he shared that Purdue was picking up the majority of the mileage, which makes sense, because I don't think we want to pay for the individual to travel to Dearborn County and be paid. So on your sheet, one of the talking points is that they'll be covering the mileage. Also, the IT support, that they're taking care of the majority of the IT support.
I guess my question is, if we don't do this, does that mean extension ends and then clerical and office manager are fired? Or what, do we have to contract through Purdue? Why can't we?
The commissioners sign a contract each year. It used to be a 3-tier system, and depending on the number of agents or educators that you had in your county.
And I think they signed that contract based on what you guys do for budget.
Correct. They'll send out, after we approve whatever we do, they'll send out a contract, and the president of the commissioners will sign that contract, and that's going to be for the year 27. Do we have to fund 2 positions? Can we say, well, this is a big surprise, doubling it,
Right,
and we have a tight budget, we'll fund 1 agent, 1 educator.
because doesn't Dave, like Dave said,
And
He
he's
was
gonna go to a
moving.
state program.
to a different thing, but he'd still be here and help, because he said he can't leave and he would help our parents.
He's gonna have a
So we
state
pay
program,
him
and he's
too?
gonna be out
He
of
said,
CPAC.
he said
But
this
we're good.
morning, or if I understood him right, somebody's taken his office and he won't.
He's
That's
gonna
for the
put-
4-H.
He's gonna put the 4-H agent in there.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Peg, we still have an office manager's pay of $44,364. The contractual services are with,
334.
I'm
You
sorry,
need new glasses, Ron.
I need, okay. But we have the contractual service through Purdue. Last year it was 26,750 for both of them, but now it's going to be up to 50. So I don't think he told us that we have to do 50. He's asking us to do 50, if I'm understanding it right.
I just have a question. So they're gonna, I'm just trying to learn and understand it too. So he's gonna be within 4 counties. Are them 4 counties giving this money also?
That's
Well,
fine.
you can look right there. on
That's
the
what you
sheet.
just asked?
And it's based on
No, that's wrong.
population.
He said it was
Okay.
based on
Wondering, like,
population.
if we have our own person, our own guy, then we gotta pay him, and we get the same services as what we had last year for.
$100,000 more. or
I think
50
we're getting 2 people now.
It's for 2 people.
So if we're paying them all this extra money, then do we get rid of ours? Our clerical and office manager?
That's
No,
what he
uh,
said
They
not.
take care of
Which
this?
they did get
Because-
rid of youth summer support.
But that's a summer program, and that's through the state of Indiana, and you get money
Back
from
for that,
from the
yeah.
state of Indiana.
You do.
What's the function for the second person? The one position they're saying, they're separating out 4-H and somebody's gonna coordinate 4-H. What's the second one?
For ag and natural resources. Yeah, A&R.
Do we already have a 4-H director?
We have, this, in the past, the A&R and the consumer and family science educators split 4-H. They each had a 40%, 60%, or maybe it was 50-50 for Ripley County.
So Dave and this, I think his name was Chris.
Chris was from Decatur County.
Yeah, so Chris and Dave do it now, as they do it together, correct?
Well, maybe at this present moment, but Dave's going to a state position.
Well, I know, but I'm talking this year.
Right now, at the present time, Dave and, who's,
Bailey?
Bailey.
Bailey, okay, Bailey,
It's not
not
Chris,
Chris.
he's
Yes,
in,
he's the regional.
He's going to be
Okay.
the person for it, yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to understand it too.
I do think whatever we do, we need to make sure we keep a 4-H director. I think that's very important.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a future of the kids, and I just hired a kid that spent his whole life in 4-H, and this kid is so, I shouldn't call him a kid, he's 22 years old, but just because of 4-H is who he is
He's
today.
developed his character and his
Oh,
discipline.
my gosh.
Organizational skills.
Yeah, yeah.
So, may feel like we could only fund the one position.
Is that a recommendation?
I'm not going to from prior experience, I'm not gonna recommend, and I'm gonna abstain from voting, because I don't wanna feel like it's a conflict of interest.
Are we
Are
gonna,
you still in that?
No,
I'm
no.
just, you're fine, you're fine.
can we,
But your vote should really be the one that counts because
you're
you know
the
what's
one.
going on.
You should be the one that enlightens us all.
Yeah.
I tried to share.
well, if you're not gonna vote, then tell us what you think.
I myself,
I'm just trying to figure it out because I really don't know any.
So if we didn't do this, we wouldn't have 4-H, is that
no,
right?
no,
Or
that's
no?
not correct.
I don't know.
Because when I asked him that at the meeting that he was talking to us about, he just said, we'll have to figure out a different way to do it. I think that's what his answer was. Am I right? Is that?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out a different way to do it. So, I mean, when they take a county that's this size, and then they figure in Batesville, that boosts us up a bunch. I don't know how many people from Batesville come over this way, because I don't want to say anything, but my personal is leave it the way it was, plus a 2% raise in 26 for 27, and not give them, not do the extra.
I think for me, I'd have to understand better what the implication of that is. Like, I would want
Yeah,
them to be
that's
able
what
to
I-
speak to that, like
Like
you
if we
said.
don't do it, what happens?
Yeah,
Well, like you
Not
said in the last
advertising,
meeting,
not
they'll have
that.
to figure out another way.
well, I
but-
wasn't here at the last meeting, so.
I don't, yeah, I mean, I was at
Do
the,
you want me to see if they'll come back in?
wasn't,
Probably wouldn't hurt, because none of us can really make a decision. And
like,
Stan, what's your thoughts?
I just wondered what the other counties are doing. You know, because this is thrown on them as well. We're not. the
Do you
only
want
ones.
to, should we wait until tomorrow and see if we can get a hold of some of the other?
It would probably give him time. We've got this afternoon kind of full. I mean, tomorrow would probably be better.
That's what I mean. I
Give it-
can-
Not throwing him
I
on the
haven't seen
bus,
that
but
paper. Does it tell you
Well,
what other counties are
why,
doing?
who
it
knows
just
some
goes
council
by
members
population.
in other counties,
and what it costs.
and ask them how they're handling it. Do you know anybody in Franklin County?
So do
you
you want me
know,
to
I
see if they'll
don't,
come
but-
back in at 1:30
Not today.
tomorrow?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay.
I can, Brian Patterson, I think, Franklin,
Yeah, he's Franklin.
I can get a hold of him.
Anybody know Jefferson County?
For
Decatur
what?
County? People that's on the council?
I could probably figure something out, but I'd have to do some digging.
I mean.
Not that I know.
I mean,
you know.
all of it's listed. If we go to their website, it's going to be right
It's
there.
listed right there.
And I guess all we got to do is call and ask them what they're doing. I mean, it'll show the president and vice chair. and-
So he's saying the 4 counties, so I guess we're talking
I think he
Jennings,
said
Jefferson.
Franklin, Jennings, Decatur,
And Ripley,
Ripley. That's the 4, isn't it?
yes?
Ripley, Franklin, Decatur, and, did you say?
Switzerland. No, not Switzerland. Jefferson, Ripley, Decatur. Jefferson, Ripley.
Franklin.
Decatur, and Dearborn. No, Dearborn wasn't in it. Must have been Franklin.
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 Franklin, Dearborn wasn't in it.
Dearborn's in the other.
Yeah. I'll call and find out what I can find out on Franklin later this afternoon. Somebody else want to make some calls too? Please?
Should we just call their auditors? I mean, I don't know if they've had their budget hearings and stuff.
Well, even if, now, I would think you'd almost want to talk to a council person because they've probably been in there to speak to them already. And most budgets, I'm assuming, are probably pretty close to around the same time. No?
Collier in Switzerland, David. You could call him in.
I can call Lance.
Call him.
Actually, I'll just text Lance.
Yeah, ask him what's he doing. That's Switzerland.
Anybody else going to try to get a hold of someone?
I'm looking at their council meetings for when they,
How about
Well, we need to do it tomorrow, though.
I've got a phone call I need to take. Do you guys mind?
Go.
Who are you calling, Andrew?
Call somebody from the
I mean,
county.
I only have Brian Patterson's number, but, if you're talking to him, I don't,
You want to talk to him?
I can.
Okay, you talk to Brian.
If you got somebody else's, if you were gonna do two.
I text Lance and Switz.
Okay.
I'll get a hold of somebody in Decatur. Are you going to get a hold of someone, David?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way, because I know some of these people being on the board at the recycle center. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to get this together. I'm trying to think about where I can get that information. So I can figure
It's
it
on
out.
the county website.
I'm just trying to think if their names are on the recycle center's website.
Well, their name will be on their website, though, like if you're doing, what county?
I'll do any. I'll call Dearborn.
Hmm.
I'll call council member in Dearborn County.
We're
To see how they're doing, even
Yeah,
if they
I
don't
know
live
who's
in
the
this
president,
district,
so I'll
that's all
look it
right.
up And I'll give them a call.
Okay.
You want me to do Jennings or?
It just,
I can do Dearborn too, because I know 'em,
Oh, do Dearborn?
a couple of them.
Okay. I'll
Actually.
do,
I know Glenn Wright, Randy Lutz,
I'll do Jennings. and-
Maxwell, I know all them
Oh,
guys.
whichever one you want to do, David.
It's,
You want me to call them right now? Is that what you're saying?
It's whatever you want to
Or
Do
do.
we
call
have time,
Jefferson.
or when is our next one?
She went outside to take a phone call, so.
So David, you're going to do Jefferson?
I'll just say.
Okay.
Online, it says that Indiana produced initial 2026 agreements are ranging from 11,000 to 130,000. But then you produce.
Hey, I'm sitting here in our
from
budget
11 to
hearings.
133.
11,000 to 130,000.
We're going through the Purdue Extension agreement for the extension office. Did you guys get involved in that, or is that affecting you?
I think we only changed, they only minused out all the mileage. I think they had 7,000 and they went to like 1,000.
Yeah, but then that's what they did for us. They minused out the mileage for 7,000 and then 2,000, but then they charged, it added another
50.
$24,000 to our budget for the same services. Did you know their reasoning? Or if you didn't do it,
Get that raise, we actually stayed the same minus that, we were okay.
so you stayed the same?
Well, we minused off that 6,000 off the mileage.
Gotcha.
7,000 to 1,002.
We went from,
I don't know why they thought they had that much mileage before, but they don't.
Right.
Get rid of it.
We went from 53.5 to 100,000.
yeah, that's who came in, was this new guy.
Oh, yeah. Wait till he went to Purdue.
Yeah.
Andrew. Andrew. Sorry there.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's, apparently we gotta pay for a guy, our guy's leaving, another guy's coming in, and then, so that's why it adds the whole. So they didn't affect your people, so we're losing one and gaining two from them. Yeah. Oh, so they actually saved you money.
You call somebody when you hire them?
Dearborn.
Oh, Dearborn.
No, but that's an excellent idea. I'm gonna jot that down. All right. All right. Yeah, that's a good idea, so. All right. Gotcha, okay. Heck yeah, but Hey, I'm in the middle of this right now, and as we're talking, but I'll call you back here when we get done. So, thank you. Yep, bye.
All right.
They didn't get charged a dime, they actually saved $7,000.
Because they paid for, I think, one educator, and then they had contractual services for 2. So,
Dearborn County, they have 3 already.
yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Where we only have 2.
right.
But they're at almost 50,000 people. So
40,
almost
yeah. So they
on
would
the
be,
sheet, so.
Okay. Well, let's move to the EMS.
sorry for his language.
And what we're going to do is we'll sort of go over your budget, and then if we have questions, we'll
Okay.
ask you, try to make it as simple as can be. EMS Fund 1151, location 0055. Questions?
Use the 2% increase.
Yeah.
Now, looking down here though, a line item, fund number 19921 dot 00000 EMTs.
Yeah, that's,
0.85.
yeah, we have part-time staff, so one position is filled with part-time. And I just noticed we were a little close with what we budgeted for last year, so I added a little to it for the part-time.
They're all lumped together.
Okay.
I mean, their raises are only 2%. If you look at the page before this one,
Yeah, like the salary.
it's the salaries. So I got the 2026 hourly amount and then the 2027 hourly amount that she's, and it's all the 2% increase.
Okay, well, I just wondered, why did it come out?
Well, most of the, and I'm sorry, Alex, I'm taking
No, you're
here for
good.
just a minute.
Not bad.
They work a lot of overtime too. So I'm
In
just,
that? Okay. So it is 2%, but,
I mean, they're not making any more than 2% increase in pay. She's just added more to this pot, so she doesn't run out
Yeah, we were just a
and have
little,
to ask for an additional. Because, I mean, they're,
Okay.
I've been doing payroll a couple weeks. and
we've
y'all
had,
overtime.
well,
It's
we've
crazy.
had, we're down a couple spots right now, so we're
Okay, I'm
filling
like,
with,
shoo, wait.
yeah.
okay.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
But I
David?
do get that, because when
Okay,
you do.
one other
lose
Oh, okay,
question.
okay.
It's hard.
Yeah.
This past year, we had the motor vehicle, the new units.
Yes.
It was 300,000.
It was 270, I picked it up a couple days ago. It was 275,000, and then this was an insurance check, right? That was the total of the insurance check. So I was going to use the additional 25 to get the graphics put on and graphics, and then the
Identification.
insurance and all the extra little expenses.
Right.
Does this new unit going to meet your needs? Are you,
Yeah, we're really happy with it. I picked it up on a few days ago, or last week, I think it was. Yeah, last
and
week.
it is a Ford or what type?
It's a Ford, and it's a Ford van front with a Braun box. So now we have 3 ambulances that match, which is fantastic, so. great.
And what's your oldest vehicle now?
We have Squad 1, which is like I think it's a 13. I'd have to,
A 2013?
I think so. I would have to go back and look to be sure. She might be able to.
I can,
It'd be,
you guys can probably look on your list.
Yes. Well, and then is this one a 26
it might be a
or
17,
27?
actually. This is a 26.
All right. 0 miles?
Yeah,
Neat.
pretty much. Yeah, it's fantastic. We're really happy.
It had 18,
Yeah,
18 miles?
18 miles.
18.2 miles when we drove it out of the factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be a
I show
17, maybe. A
I showed
17.
that you have a Tahoe that's a 2014.
That's the, yeah, that one
the cheap
is,
vehicle or not?
that's,
Then and
yeah.
I show you have two 2017 Amy.
So it's a 17 is the oldest, because we got, one of them will be leaving, which I haven't talked to the commissioners yet, but I imagine we'll probably auction it.
The Tahoe?
The Squad 4, the one we're replacing. We picked up a new ambulance to replace Squad 4. Yeah.
2017.
Oh, okay, you're
Yeah.
going to get rid of one of them.
Yes, we haven't done anything with it because I can't really do anything until the new truck's in service.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah, so it's a $300,000 reduction, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Any other questions? So David made a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Peg made a second. Ayes?
Aye.
Nays? 7-0. All
David
right.
and Peg.
Yes, ma'am.
Fund 1236, Lit EMS, location 0055.
I take it you're just adding a little more for the paramedics, just for the,
Yeah, I just added a little fluff just to make sure I had it. We don't run into the medic overage quite as much as we do the EMT, just because we have, like, we're fully staffed paramedic full-time. The EMTs were not. And also, we have a bit of a higher turnover rate with them, just because they go off to medic school and then get a different job. So we're kind of, it seems like we're always hiring for EMTs.
Share with me line item 36104,
Building
period,
repairs.
building
Oh,
repairs.
yeah,
An increase of 80,000.
Yeah, so this was kind of just something that, I haven't spoken to anyone, so it was just a wish, but the Mylan building, which we love, by the way, so thank you very much for that, but we kind of lack an area that's for training. We currently use the bays at Mylan or Versailles, which works fine, except when it's really cold, we have to pull trucks out and we have to leave them run, and then you have to worry about some, like the neighbor kids there at the apartments messing with it. I had someone come in just to kind of show to see if it was a possibility, and we think we can put a classroom or a training room in the back of the new bay. So that's what I had just put that in there. I haven't got anything approved, I don't have anything in writing. It was just something I wanted to talk to the commissioners about next year.
Yeah, I spoke about that when we did that new building and had blind ears, blind eyes and deaf ears, that you had no space for training. Over there, it's seeing you train, and you had to sit so close, I don't even see how you could put it
Yeah.
on paper. It was a shame.
It's hard. This room would help not only for our department training, but also we host a lot of CPR classes for the community, and then we also host like ACL, I don't know how to describe them, but they're kind of healthcare CPR classes types, where we actually can bring in money. So it would be great to have that space for those classes as well.
We put in $800,000 that building. Shame.
It's a great building. It's fantastic. We just, yeah, it's fantastic. It's just one little area where we could have a classroom would have been the only.
Thoughts, people? Well, this hasn't even been to the commissioners, so has it?
Yeah, I haven't, it was just, I thought if I had it in the budget, then it would be easier to have the discussion about doing it. I don't even know, really, I guess, nobody likes to give a number without bidding it. But I was told this should be able to put it up, so.
yeah, because it
Alex, you
came,
could probably bid that yourself. We all know.
yeah, because if you came mid-year next year and said, hey, I want to do that, and I said, well, why didn't you put it in your budget?
That's kind of where I was at. I just thought it would be easier for everybody to be on board if it was budgeted and,
How many trainings do you do a year?
several. We do, in-house trainings, we do one every month, in addition to an extra one that we do quarterly, which is audit and review. And then we also have an annual training. And then on top of that, they do daily trainings on station as well. Kind of depends on the crew, on the depth of training they do, but it would be used constantly. And then on top of that, we host 2 classes a year. So we have EMT class, and then we do first responder classes for the fire departments. And then we also this year held a advanced EMT class. So those classes run for like 6 months at a time, and we're currently working on doing 2 a year. So there would be people in there twice a week for 4 hours a night, basically the whole year, on top of everything else.
And you don't have a PSAP fund, do you? You just 911. Is 911 and EMS together on that PSAP fund? It's not.
They have their own fund, there's 1236.
Yeah, but that, like the PSAP fund where so much goes to building.
Yeah, that's just
that stuff,
911.
Just 911
Yeah.
in the law enforcement.
Yeah.
So, okay. So they have, I mean, you have your actual lit fund here, just so everybody realizes that. That's gonna make it better for the community and safer for everybody if they're properly trained and helps the outreach. I don't see a problem with it, but that's my opinion.
Can you talk a little bit about the increase in equipment maintenance?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with auto loads. They're like the stretchers we have in the trucks that make it's all automatic, like buttons, so you don't have to lift the cots. When they bought those, it came with like a 4-year maintenance agreement where we didn't have to spend anything because it was all included in like the upfront cost. That ran out, so I added some money in there because I didn't want to re-up it. It was like $80,000 for. I got the pricing on the parts that break, and it seemed like it would be cheaper for us to just replace as we go. So I kept the PM contract, so they come out and like look at the cots, and then they tell you if there's things that need to be replaced. So far, we've saved quite a bit of money. So I just added some money in there for various pieces that could break that we didn't really have to worry about in the past. Batteries mostly.
And then, have you heard anything about the lit tax changes coming up?
Very little. I know that it's changing and the, how they divide it out is going to be changing, but I haven't done a ton of research on it, to be honest.
And the increase that you have for machinery and equipment?
That is where we pay the fuel out of, and prices have went up, so I went ahead and increased.
Is there any other questions?
What's the disposable category?
That is something that Scott put in. It's just kind of, I think we use it for kind of like station supplies, water, like our water fountain, I don't know what they're called, the little tanks. I pay that out of there. I see what you're saying, because it went up. I was planning, I know what that is, I'm sorry, I see it now. I was planning on purchasing some mattresses this year for the stations. We have 5 beds, and I got a quote, I think it was like $1,700, so.
Any other questions? Comments?
I'll make a motion.
And is that to include the 80,000 for building?
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew made a motion.
Second.
Stephanie? Ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays? 1.
Oh, it's
I'm
6-1.
saying no, yeah.
Okay.
I guess I do have one question on that. I know it's a little too late, but the commissioners, do they have to approve this?
Well, if they got the money, they're going to.
Okay, just a simple
I would,
question.
I think they would, because it would be a contract,
Okay.
so they would have to go to them. I would bring it
What
to
is
them.
it? Sorry, I was talking to Dawn I told her to write something down to remind me.
No, and I was just saying, yes, the funds are there. I was just
He asked if the commissioners.
if the
have to
commissioners
approve
would
it.
approve it. I mean, because I
From my
fear they'll have
understanding,
to
it would be a
approve it.
contract, so it would have to go to them for approval. If we,
A contract for,
if we
But
were to put a classroom in, it would,
I mean, the commissioners
yeah.
have to approve that.
Yeah, so,
I
yeah,
mean, before
Okay.
you can do anything.
absolutely. They were
Right,
asking for
right.
clarification,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But he asked if they would, if they,
Oh, I don't know that.
No,
I can't
that's-
answer that
but
question.
I-
He's
like I
right there, one of them.
if the funding's there, they're going to use it. The reason I'll explain why I said no is because you're asking for $80,000. We don't have a bid.
Yeah,
It could be $60,000, and then they watch this here and they say, oh, it's up to 80. Let's
well,
make
we
it
would,
80.
I would get like a few
I'm
bids.
just, that's why I
Yeah.
said no. I just wanted to, and it passed, so we're good.
All right.
Let's move forward. Fund 4962 EMS Training, location 000 miscellaneous. Questions? Motion?
The instructor cost difference?
Yeah, so in the past, so I'm going to go back to 2025. That was Scott's budget before I started. And we held one class that year. Last year, we held two classes, and I had to come back for an additional appropriation for instructor pay. So this year, I just included two classes.
Are you
It-
the instructor?
I'm not, no. I am an instructor, but I don't take from that.
Okay.
But this pays for itself.
Yeah, because
Do you see what I mean? Like, they pay for that class, and then that money goes in this fund, and then
It's
it
kind of,
pays.
it actually, I think
does.
it went
Kinda
up,
washes
we
it.
kind of, I think we
It comes
made
right
like
back
10
around.
grand last year, didn't we?
But,
I think we made like 10
Yeah.
grand last year,
Yeah.
put in there.
It comes right around,
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah.
around,
it's just a wash.
yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying to explain.
And then we use that money to buy like training equipment for ourselves too. So like last year, we bought some IV arms so people could practice IVs.
I move to approve.
Peg made a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Stan made it second. Ayes? Nays? 7-0. Well, that was easy.
Is that it then?
So since we're done with that, Lance said they only have one salary in their extension budget, and that's probably his wife, Katie. And it's 53,000, they're asking for 56 this year. So that's the only thing that's raised on theirs.
So let's go back to the
Oh,
extension.
no, that
thing.
would be Weaver, wouldn't it?
What am I missing? Where?
Yeah, it's not Katie.
No, it's not
Weaver.
Katie, yeah,
You know, there's
it's Weaver.
different-
And see, they're just one.
Yeah, but see, and I think that's his salary for Switz, but I think he's becoming the extension director for Ohio also.
Yes.
So he'll get that double salary.
No, he won't.
He won't?
Uh-uh.
He won't get salary from Ohio and from Switz?
Oh, yeah, he'll get salary from,
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, 'cause he's gonna be a double extension director.
right, right. He's taking, yeah.
For each
Stan,
one,
what his buddy
Yeah.
said.
so.
But they're going to have
That way we have to
both
spend
one
an
person
extra 100,000
To do it all.
to do the 4-H.
Yeah,
To get the same service.
okay, I'm just trying to understand it all
I
still,
don't
I think. I
And
don't know
then,
what it all
on
means.
top of that, we still
They're really
have
taking advantage of us.
these,
And extensions and bad trouble for many, many years.
and we still have.
And they get a state
On top of it.
amount too. It's a line item from the state of Indiana
People
for
there
extension
that's
education.
supposed to cover all this, then why do we have?
They've backed themselves in for years.
All of this
It didn't
should
balance.
be
If we still have a
here.
4-H program.
No, we will.
Because they said
No
it
matter
saved
what, we'll
us.
still have a 4-H person.
Somebody said, at Dearborn County, it saved them.
That's just the
Yeah.
office of manager.
So,
I'd like
She's
to
not the
know
4-H
more
person.
about
No,
that.
I
And they won't
realize
allow
that.
her to
What
do
their
that.
situation
But they won't take a 4-H
him to
person
do it
away, I wouldn't
was-
think, would they?
4-H, we could say 4-H is our first priority, and we're just going to support the 4-H program at, what is it, 52,000 or something like that, 53?
50.
What'd you say that
50,000?
A&R stands for?
Ag and Natural Resources.
And what does that, I mean, I know what the words mean, but I mean, what does that mean as far as programming?
Their mission, they go out and they do the PARC program. That's your pesticide applicator's license. And those usually are regional. Used to, they used to have a program called, they still have it, I'm sure, Master Gardening. And you go for 13 weeks to learn about horticulture, plants and things. And they do a few local tours and those type of things. Consumer and Family Sciences would be different health programs, child development, money management, some outreach to the schools would be Captain Cash. And you go into a classroom, teach kids about needs and wants, spending habits.
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion, and this is just my, what did the person from Dearborn say?
That they saved what their line item of the mileage and everything, they deducted that, and then that actually was an addition to their budget. They weren't charged these extra dollars for, they weren't charged the other extra $100,000.
Because
It
they're
didn't
gonna
cost
bring
them, it saved them money by signing up with them. They didn't pay.
Okay. So what, I think, personally, I think we could do line item 37803. This is contracted through Purdue to make sure it's for 4-H. And we can do that one. This is just my thought. The line item 37804, this is for the ANR. I would say no. I would just do one.
Can we call this Christopher Fogel and put him on speakerphone and ask him the simple questions that we need answers to?
Yeah, we can.
Or is that
I did
just-
email Dave to see if they could come in at 1:30 tomorrow, but I have not heard from them yet.
Okay. Well, let's move on then to Genesis. So we'll go back to the commissioners. And if you would like to come forward, introduce yourself, and then what we will do is, we've got all the forms that you filled out, and we appreciate that. And we will go over this, and then if we have questions, we will ask, and here we go. Okay. If you don't mind, introduce yourself. I have to get used to the new last name.
It's okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Clarice Gordon. I'm the Executive Director of Genesis Pathways to Success. We are a nonprofit organization based in Ripley County that serves 8 counties in southeastern Indiana. And we are an entity that helps support our local youth. We focus on middle school and high school students, trying to initiate STEM and entrepreneurial programs for our kids so that they can have the soft skills and the hard skills to be successful. So we are like a bridge between the local school corporations and our local employers to help make sure that we're meeting the educational needs that is found within our local public, private, and vocational schools, while also making sure that we are helping meet the needs of our future workforce demand. So we submitted a proposal to Ripley County Council in the amount of $20,000 asking for support of one of our programs called a Summer of Stream, which is a series of summer camps that we put on throughout Ripley County and the other remaining southeastern Indiana counties to help promote STEM education and career development with middle school students. So this past summer in 2026, We just wrapped up, we served overall 530 attendees this year through the 8 weeks of summer. That was through 19 different programs or camps that we provided, of which about 50% of the individuals or students that we served were from Ripley County.
What percent?
50%.
And maybe you said, how did that number compare to the previous year?
Last year, we served about 80% of our residents or students that we served were from Ripley County. This year, it's 50% as we began to diversify and help serve other students in southeastern Indiana.
Talk more about that.
Well, so our Genesis was a program of the Ripley County Community Foundation for about 18 years. We were just solely serving Ripley County. And in January of 2025, we branched off. We became our own nonprofit organization. And so we now serve southeastern Indiana. So that includes 8 counties. That's everything from Decatur, Dearborn, Jennings, Jefferson, Franklin, Ohio, Ripley, and Switzerland counties.
And when you say serving them, like, do you mean like they're allowed to come to like stream, or are you serving those counties in other ways?
We serve those counties in other capacities as well. So Genesis provides hands-on learning program for youth. So we meet with our educators to understand what the current education needs are, and we help provide real world connection and hands-on learning programs to help meet that need, but also helping meet the need of our local workforce demand. Making sure our kids have the soft skills and the hard skills that they need to be prepared for life after high school. We want every kid to develop their passions, find their interests, and be successful after high school. So our programming is available and open to all the county schools in that region.
Are the other counties contributing?
Not at this point, I would say the answer is no. We've only just began to expand our reach into other counties.
Do you have plans to involve them? Like,
I'm sorry?
do you have plans to involve them, like the other?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just finding the right connections and the relationships to establish with them. So we've started to have conversations with Decatur County and getting involved in supporting some of our other programs that we provide.
All the stream stuff is held in Ripley County?
No, all of our summer programming takes place at different parts throughout southeastern Indiana.
So it's taking place in other counties as well?
Correct.
Physically located?
Correct. Now, with that being said, at least 50% of our summer camps that we have are held in Ripley County. So Ripley County is still the primary county where we're hosting the majority of our programs and serving the majority of our youth.
How do you make decisions about, like, when, is it just kind of first come, first serve, or do you try to, as far as letting other kids from other counties come in, like, how do you make those decisions?
Parents sign up through a registration process, and that is on a first come, first serve basis. But we're really strategic in where we try to place our programs throughout southeastern Indiana, because we want to make sure that we are hitting the underserved youth population and making sure that our programming is going to them instead of them having to travel where transportation is a barrier at times.
And do you go through, or have you screened individuals for behavior expectations that they've not been convicted of any abuses of children, and that they adhere to a protocol that's professional and safe touch and all those things?
We have what we call sorry, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Like I'm sorry, the name is escaping me at the moment. But we require our students and our campers to uphold like a level of respect and trying to promote a positive learning environment for everyone who's involved, because we have a mixed group of kids that come in through our programs that are underserved, that don't have the support that they have at home or the financial wherewithal, or we have students that are on the other end of the spectrum as well. So
was your question about the kids, or was it about the
Staff.
workers, the staff?
The workers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we require we have,
Screening of,
yes, I'm sorry. I misunderstood your question. Yes, we require them to go through like a background check. Yeah, and we rely on a lot of educators who are volunteers to help us implement our programming.
and they also are screened?
Yes.
Could you repeat what percentage of Ripley County is in the program versus the other counties? I
Yeah.
know you went over it, I just wanted to.
No, it's okay. Last year, in 2025, 80% of the participants we served were from Ripley County. This year, because it's a little lower, it's at 50%, because we are trying to diversify our efforts and help serve other counties that have similar needs to Ripley County.
So because of the other counties, you think Ripley County is not participating as much, or?
No. I still think, we still have a lot of Ripley County representatives. I just think because we've been around for 18 or 19 years, that our home base is Ripley County, so a lot more of the parents are familiar with our programming compared to the other counties.
Okay.
Stan.
Are you going to any other counties as far as budget hearings this summer?
No, we are not.
Runway. Take some of your Mustangs. I was looking at the 2026 annual Runway Classic Car Show up at Greensburg on the, I was telling Stan he could take some of his Mustangs.
We'd love to have them. I also have, I see that you're looking at our annual report. I actually have hard copies, colored copies, if you guys would like those too.
Yeah, you can pass them around if you like.
Okay.
Any other questions for Clarice?
I mean, I think what you do is great. I love the camps and the things that are offered. We only have one, I don't know.
Are your camps 1 day, 2 days? They're not overnight, are they?
They're not overnight camps, but they, it kind of depends on what we want to accomplish with the camps, what are the expectations or goals from those. So they vary anywhere between 2 to 4 days in length, and they're usually about 5 hours each day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Besides diversifying, like and drawing from other counties and things, are there other, like what are your future goals, I guess, or is that primarily it?
Right now, that's the big focal point for the board of directors, is to ensure that we establish a connection with all the regionals, public and private and vocational schools, and serve other southeastern Indiana counties. But the other big thing that we are currently working on is building a sustainability plan for the organization. Since the Community Foundation has kind of been our financial support, we like to jokingly say that we're kind of the college kids of the Community Foundation, and so we're working on trying to host an annual campaign or an annual fundraiser that will be able to help continue to offset our operating expenditure. So that's another big goal that the board of directors is currently working on.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I love what you guys do. I think it's great, terrific. I mean, I appreciate, obviously you know this, but just for anybody that's listening, to be able to have these types of camps and opportunities for kids in our area, they're not having to travel far away to
Right.
have some great experiences. I think that's huge. I mean, I think if I had any comment, it would just be to continue working on diversifying. I'd love to see, when you come back next year, some of the other counties or county councils like participating
Agreed.
in this effort as well.
Absolutely.
And one quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Ripley County is the only county council that you've asked for funding from?
Yes, that would be correct.
Any other questions? This is something that we'll discuss, and then we'll let you know next year sometime.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Well,
No,
You'll know.
Thank you for your neat program.
no, I just appreciate the opportunity to come forward and talk about Genesis and help spread awareness of it. So I appreciate your consideration, and thank you for supporting our programming and our efforts in the past.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm getting text
Nessie just asleep, that's on the floor, the father.
Oh, really?
Bathroom.
What'd she say?
There must have been a leak.
Take a peek at it.
Oh,
And we're taking a comfort break.
all right, let's take a comfort break real quick.
4 minutes.
Dairy planning?
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're going to take a
We're
break
gonna
real
take a
quick and then
comfort
we'll
break.
get back.
And then Steve Morrow's coming at 2:30 for the Ripley County Fire.
Fire departments.
Fire department.
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty neat up there on the airport stand, especially if they have a burnout pit. So I know they wanted to put a burnout pit over at the fairgrounds, and I think that fell through.
Did it?
That's probably a good thing that it fell through, because everybody in town would be in an uproar.
Because of the smell.
Well, you got to remember, they hook shackles to the back of the cars, hold them up in alcohol, and let them just sit there and spin their tires till they pop.
Yeah.
So they're very, very loud, and the smoke is, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
They do that out at, what's the big, Sturgis. They do it
Oh,
with
yeah.
motorcycles. They pull it up on this ramp, and these guys with their $25,000, $30,000 bikes will put the front tire against something and just crank it
Oh, no.
and shift
Okay.
through the gears and get it spinning 60, 80 mile an hour, and all of a sudden,
And the tires blow.
tire blows out, rips off the fenders half the time, just destroys it.
The motorcycle. Oh, gosh.
It's like, oh my gosh, how drunk do you have to be? Pretty drunk.
Big expense also.
Mhm.
Did you hear what my buddy said on the phone about how they do
What?
raises in your lunch?
I can hear him.
None of the raises are included in the budget, and then at the very end, the council decides the raise for everybody across the board all at once.
That's a good idea.
That way they're even,
What they do?
they just had everything, none of the raises go into this until the very last day, and then the council decides what it is across the board and they'll stamp it and go. That way it's not different, because he said he was watching ours.
Was that Randy? Thought I recognized his voice, but
No.
does he
All we done.
auction anymore?
Mhm.
Does he? I didn't know if he was doing
Yeah,
that.
he just bought it all from his dad.
Is that Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
Loops.
Oops, okay.
They have a great place over there. Every Tuesday night. It's amazing how many people that come out. Most live auctions.
He keeps up on it. He's good at it.
Yeah, I think that was a success.
Oh my gosh, they bring in
That's good.
200-300 people.
Yes.
Do you need a drink?
No, I got,
Yeah.
thank you. I got iced tea and water.
Yes. Right?
That's a good suggestion. I'll jot that down.
Yeah, put them on a billboard.
Two of them right
That way you're not sitting here going,
there. Community Foundation and Genesis. Genesis.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. For years. So now they're switching to other things. But she's trying to decide. She doesn't look for outside of the county to do
no,
this.
they haven't. I know a bunch of kids that have.
She doesn't look for outside of the county. It's too big.
Emma went to the photography shoot this year and she really liked it. And they did a nice, I didn't know they were gonna do it, but like, she went to the
I
Florida
was going to ask those, are you doing it?
June, yeah, it had to have been, I don't know, June or early July, it was before fair. But then we got a notice that they were holding like an art show. It was this Saturday evening after fair ended, and we had left for our wedding and vacation, so we weren't home and we couldn't go, but they displayed, like, they took one of her photos and kind of put it on like, you know, like blew it up and put it on like canvas or something, I can't remember the name of it. Apparently, you know, all these kids' photos displayed, which was cool. Gary had to go pick it up yesterday when he was in Batesville.
I guess.
I know Kelly County has stuff over there. All right, we all back? Let's go ahead and
The kid was wanting to do it, it just didn't work out schedule.
bring up the, what did I say we had on?
I think if they could expand it, would be.
Oh, area planning. Well, welcome to Ripley County. I know it was sort of a bumpy, rough road.
So you're the infamous Derek.
I'm the infamous,
We've heard
yes.
so much.
The one that's caused us so much trouble.
So the way we have been doing this is, you can introduce yourself, and then we'll go through your budget, and then when we have questions, we'll ask you. And then, so far, nobody's left crying too bad.
All right, hopefully we can keep that going. Yeah, I'm Derek Walker, the Executive Director for the Area Planning Commission. I'm still in my second week here. As you all probably aware, I didn't submit this. I don't have a ton to add. I have gone through it. I mean, it looks pretty self-explanatory. I mean, we are heavy services, wages, is what most of our stuff's coming out of. You'll see some office supplies and permit stuff, but I mean, we're mostly individuals doing work. We're not buying a lot of stuff.
All right, so we're on Fund 1001, County General, location 0015, Building Planning and Building Inspector. So everybody take a peek at all of this.
Do you have a building inspector now?
We do,
Okay.
yes.
His name's Derek, and when you call in.
Yeah, Derek,
and you-
Derek.
It's the other
Yes.
Derek.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
2 Dereks,
Yes.
all right.
When I called the other day, I was like, hey.
It's been interesting to deal with.
So board members are giving themselves a $2,500 raise?
No, they are not. There hasn't been enough
Is that the
budget.
same thing like the other?
There hasn't been enough budgeted in there. So if they came to every meeting, they get paid in June and December. And if they would come, if every person would come to every meeting, it would be $9,000.
Okay, so this just covers it. All right,
Yeah.
thank you, Amy.
But they normally don't do that. There's always been enough in there, I think, but just in case. Maybe with Derek coming on, they'll all come.
Yeah,
But I think we're one short right now.
it's been filled.
Oh, it was?
Napoleon? Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So you hadn't told me.
Greg Wagner?
Well, he needs to come and get paperwork at my office.
He was at the last meeting.
So
If
is
he
there
was
any,
paid.
and you might know this and you might not, so I sort of hate to ask, but it, line item 32800 meetings, it looks like it's brand new, $1,000.
32800, you said?
Yes.
Oh. I'm not sure what that's for.
I can probably tell you what it's for. The training is probably for his training cost, if he's gonna go to any training anywhere.
Oh, for
Are you
his
state
for his-
mandated to go to training, Derek?
I'm
Are
sorry?
you state mandated to go to training?
No.
No, but you probably will. go to
Well, I
some
know-
trainings,
I mean, obviously,
Maybe.
a big part of what I was hired on for is to update a lot of our codes and regulations, and I think kind of just staying current with what's going on is a big portion of that. And
Okay, so if it's for, I'm good with that.
But I'm assuming the meetings part is going to pay for any meeting that he would have to take, or even a motel. or hotel or.
Okay, okay.
I'm not sure why they're separated.
37207.0000, the zone code revision, $65,000. Is that with a consultant or share with me?
My understanding was that was intended for a consultant. And I don't personally think we'll need quite nowhere near that. I do believe a portion potentially of our legal services may come out of that. My understanding is that fee is mostly paying for the retainer, that 37300. Amy, I'm not sure if you're aware of otherwise.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Was that probably put in?
That zone code, I don't
I think,
know.
yeah,
I
that's,
realize that you didn't do this.
Yeah.
But was that put in maybe by the direction of the board?
I think it was, it's for the attorney.
I was not made
The
aware of it.
attorney, the year before last was about $4,000.
That would be legal
It's
service.
exactly what it
Legal
was.
service,
And
yeah.
then this year, he's asking for a $4,400 raise.
Sorry, I wasn't told. He just handed me the
I
budget
think
and he turned it in.
Peg's talking about the one above that.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Legal,
well, the one above that, which is line item 37207,
Right.
yes.
that's all brand,
65,000.
that's all brand new.
Yes, well, I was just, and I realize he didn't do this, but is that?
He's
for
asking she's
consultant?
asking what it's for. Like, what are you gonna use it for?
Well, and that's, if I believe, it was for, before he came on board, they were going to hire a firm to do this for all the codes. Then when he came on board, they were saying that they weren't going to have to do that anymore.
That's my understanding.
So,
That's what I
but-
understood, that wasn't gonna have to do it, they was counting on you to do this.
Correct. I do know a few of the planning commission members still thought it would be good to have some funds in there for whatever reason. I don't, personally, I don't know that we're going to need quite that much. I
So
think, I
can
do,
do you think it would, 15,000? I don't know how much training you can get for 15,000, but I would assume you can get quite a bit.
right.
In your mind, what would we be using the money for?
So there's, yeah, I mean, it would be consulting fees that, again, I don't necessarily know that I have anything in mind right now that, I intend to hire a consultant. Things do come up periodically. We have to do a report on affordable housing that's been mandated, that's due here early next year. And then just these general code updates in case we consult with, potentially someone that specializes on the legal side in that particular area. So I do think it'd be good to have something there just in case. Otherwise, we might come back and ask as we get to that point. I do think 65,000 is probably a little heavy.
Well, I think, and I might be wrong on this, but I think I'm right. This was to hire in that one, Jeff, you'll know this one. This was to hire in that one firm to come in and say, this is going to cost you $65,000 and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Yes, for the ordinances, to where you shouldn't, my recommendation is 15,000. I think that's going to give you a pretty good safety net.
I mean, they could always come back.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and
An additional
if it's not used, it should come back to the county general.
I think that's a good suggestion.
I think it's a great idea.
Now, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, this legal services, 37300, was 4,000, and that's about what we spent this past year. But it bumped it up to $8,400, and my reasoning is, didn't our county attorney take care of that previously? And then there was a little discussion about solar panels and different things, and your board went outside and solicited an independent counsel. Since that issue is over, I wonder why we are continuing to do that.
Is this from 25 when they were talking about all the solar?
Yeah, and they said
Okay, and then we had to hire a different attorney because of a conflict of interest? Or is this the attorney's normal fee and he's raising his price?
well,
For,
that's in the commissioners.
Is that in the
budget.
commissioners or does he?
Yeah, he
No.
sent us a letter.
I don't think it is. I
It
think-
is for the commissioners and the council, but not for area and planning.
This
He's
is
also their
completely different.
lawyer.
Yeah, but is it different than,
I think it is.
It
I
is?
think it's completely different.
okay.
I did have a brief conversation with him on that, and he said he has not increased his retainer since prior to 2010, and then he
So
noted that.
so that it is, the attorney is.
Yes.
This is the
Okay,
attorney's
Yes.
This
fee.
is the attorney we use for council and the commission.
Yes, and it's
Okay.
completely separate
Yeah,
fees.
he hasn't increased his fee for many years.
it's just a retainer increase. It's not necessarily because of an expectation that he's gonna have to spend more time or hours for these increased ordinances.
He did-
It's both.
He had mentioned something to me about, he's been way low for a long time and he just, I knew he was going to increase. I thought it was that, but
He has mentioned that here recently, the last year or so, there's been kind of an uptick in, development questions, concerns, and it's just been a little bit more demanding than what it typically had been.
Each meeting went from an hour to 4 or 5 or 6.
I've been here for some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because really, from everything that's went on already this year, it's already in the red, which we'll talk about later, Derek.
Yeah. Yeah. I was looking through some.
is there any other questions?
I have a question, and this sounds silly compared to some of these other things, but 32900.00000.
What is it again?
Printing.
3290? 32900 printing?
Uh-huh. It's not a lot of money, but I'm just curious. It's a 400% increase. What are you printing
It's
that you didn't print before?
where his advertising fees come out of.
Yeah, I do know.
And has that increased that much?
Have you put something in the paper lately?
Well, no.
I'm just asking.
I don't advertise.
I can say, yeah, I mean, if we're noticing about an ordinance change, I mean, we do have to provide notice. It might be, it might be $50, $100 per notice, and I mean, if we really are going to want to jump on some of these ordinance updates, I mean, we are going to be spending definitely probably more than 400, and that's in addition to probably what we were normally doing.
Okay. I'm just curious. That was a lot of
Yeah.
increase from the past, so thank you.
Any other questions?
Do you really like ordinances?
I think it's an important thing we have to do to kind of protect the county. So,
I agree with you.
yeah.
Okay, so one of the changes that we're making then is line item 37207, consultant zone code revision will go from 65,000 to 15,000, correct? Do I have a motion?
I'll make-
Motion for the whole, do you want a total?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Give us a total.
I was-
224,378.
Now can I have a motion?
So moved.
Peg,
I'll second.
David? Ayes? Nays? 7-0.
And welcome.
Thank you all.
Welcome, good luck with everything.
I'll have more
Sorry if you
information.
think we were really hard on you. We just had to do our job to make sure everything was signed. Everything had to be perfect because we weren't just looking out for the money. If you'd have got hired and somebody didn't sign it, you'd have been out of a job within the first 2 weeks, so.
I understand.
I was a real stickler on that, I will say that.
I would say no, you wouldn't. I would say I'd be back here fighting to get that.
Thank you all. Nice meeting you.
All right. Ripley County Fire Chief Association. Steve Meyer, you guys both, I believe, or is there more coming, or is it the two of you? If you guys want to come on up? Are you going to hold him up?
Well, at least you're not going to let the Severding talk.
Yeah.
I'm just giving a hard time.
All right, well, hello, my name's Steve Meyer. I'm the chief at Napoleon, and I'm the president of the Ripley County Chiefs Association. We had just met here last Wednesday of July there, whatever date that was, and we talked about you guys give us that $100,000 to the volunteer departments this past year. Has to be spent through, what is that? It's the Readiness and Resilience Grant through the
Ripley County Community
Yeah, Community
Foundation.
Foundation. But that was given to them, given to us from you, through them to use and make
Yes.
sure. And I've compiled the list of like what the departments have used it for, and anybody that hadn't used it yet, we talked about that meeting, need to get using it. And someone brought up, is this something that we can write into our budget? I said, well, I don't know, so they kind of come up in the middle, maybe somebody ought to go to the council and see if it's something that maybe it's going to happen every year, or if it's a possibility, or,
And we're not sure about that yet. so
Right.
Depends on what
So-
you tell us.
Just a little something. So for instance, like Morris, they bought, they outfitted 4 new firemen with gear. New Marion replaced outdated gear with standard replacement. Yep, and they got boots with theirs. Sometimes we may already have helmets. It just depends on, everybody's amount's different depending on how many they're getting. Friendship, they actually were able to replace all the tires on all their apparatus. We're approaching their 10-year or 10-year older on their tire wear. So they replaced all their tires and purchased a spare rim for their rescue truck for their 71. Osgood purchased new SCBA cylinder bottles. Those are expensive. They go outdated after so many years, and they can't be rehydroed, and so you need to get new ones. Those are.
Is that for an air pack?
That's for,
Okay,
yep.
thank you.
That's for your self-contained breathing apparatus bottles. So just the bottles alone are quite expensive. For sales, they outfitted 3 guys with full set of bunker gear. Sunman, they actually they had a project they were working on. They put on a remote master stream on one of their engines where they can take and move that from the cab, or they can maneuver it, and it's a stream that they can use to help extinguish fire. So it's an expensive, anybody that's ever searched anything in the fire, if it's fire, police, EMS related, it's always, the price of everything is always exponentially higher. So Milan repaired their brush truck. It was in need of some repairs, and they ordered some rope harness gear. Some of that stuff's several $1,000s there, so that's what they ordered. And we at Napoleon are looking to put it towards a grain bag system. We've been working on that project. When my father passed away, his memorial was quite substantial, and he was working on that project for a while, so we had some there. And I talked to Amy over there at Ripley County Community Foundation. Said it can go towards matching it into something else too. So we're going to try to put it towards that. So if we can get all the funds together for that, then that will put a grain back in this county. And there's nobody else around here that has one that's. So we're.
Can you explain what that is?
So if
Did you say grain?
Grain back system. So if a farmer is trapped in his grain bin, a lot of us have these grain rescue tubes we can put in around them. This thing will actually go in and suck out about I think it's around 1,000 bushels an hour. I mean, it can move a lot of grain pretty fast. The guy that I'm discussing with, College Corner bought one. He went over there and trained with them. It took him longer to set it up than it did. The guy was out in a minute and a half. They sucked down, or like a rescue Randy, down into a grain elevator system, and then they were able to get that victim out, a training victim. They were able to get out in about a minute or less.
See, Ron, when the grain comes out of the bottom, out of the auger, it can leave a hollow place, and they step on it and fall.
It can.
Through.
Or even just stepping in grain.
Stepping in grain, or if they're unloading.
In water almost, isn't
We've
it?
had them where there's somebody's unloading and they reach in there to get something, but it gets them too quick, and
Yeah.
That's very proactive, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
so that's what I'm hoping we can use that money towards, on
And
that.
then you'll also use that for the other fire departments.
That we'll put on a list anywhere within 50 minutes or 50 miles around. They're going to know that we got it, so we can get there to help with that. That's kind of our idea there.
How much do those cost, Steve?
Well, something on that scale is like, The one that the guy over there is looking at, it's $64,000. So we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 saved up. So if I got our board of directors up there. So I think if we can put this towards it, which is, she said we can, so I think that'll put us close enough to where I think the directors will pitch us the rest of it, maybe, hopefully. I don't want to speak for them.
So you'd be about 16,000 short?
Yeah.
After everything?
Yeah, but we're just as far as where, the only other departments I haven't heard back from, Holton, they've had some changeover in leadership there. Delaware, I don't think they were for sure what they were spending it on yet. I don't think we knew. Hadn't applied for it yet. And
Amy was in earlier this morning, and I believe she said they have applied.
okay,
I think she said they were like work in progress or something.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what she said, like Delaware and, what
And-
was
There's
the
one more.
Said Steve?
the
I think-
Holton.
I think she said Holton maybe hadn't started yet. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was a work in progress, and you were a work in progress, that.
Yeah.
Napoleon.
Yeah, we kind of been waiting to make sure we get our funds, if that's what we can use it for. Extra 10,000 will go a little ways, so. So we were just here, I'm just on the
I didn't
chairman.
hear Versailles, did they do
Yeah,
anything?
yeah, he bought three new sets of fire gear for his, okay. Yeah. I don't know,
He'll use his money.
I don't know if you guys got any questions for me, if there's anything. I just, the rest of the fire chiefs asked if I would present it and let you know that we're spending the money wisely, and,
Fire departments, I've never been on a fire department. I've been through a fire, but fire departments are near and dear to my heart, and I really try and push to help you guys any way we can. And I appreciate what you all do.
yeah,
We really
likewise,
appreciate
thank
you
you.
coming in here and explaining it. I was wondering this morning when Amy was in here what you all had done with the money, so it's really nice to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this list from them, and then I talked to some of the other departments that have just, recently got their stuff done, but yeah, so. So I guess,
So we really appreciate you coming in, and what we're going to do is we'll discuss all of this, and then we will make a decision here pretty soon to whether we're going to, like last year, it was, let's try it one time, see how it works. Doesn't mean we will this year, doesn't mean we won't, we're undecided.
oh yeah.
But it'll be something that we can discuss and see what happens.
I just wanted you to know that it's being served
Appreciate
well.
you coming in.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, ladies.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Yep. Appreciate you giving us time.
Did you want to come up? Okay, what did we want to get back to? Extension review. We took care of that, so we don't have to make the calls tonight. Didn't we, or did we not? Extension? We did that, didn't we? We finished it?
Not, I don't think
We did not vote on it.
We haven't finished anything.
Left it, what are we gonna do?
Oh, that's right, I made a
Probably.
recommendation.
Make the calls and talk and see what we have.
Should we talk to them, or should we just do away with one?
I think I'd like to have some more answers.
Talk to
Okay.
them to see what's.
Who do you want to call, Stephanie?
I don't know, but it'd be nice to hear from at least 2 or 3, and we've heard from one,
Okay.
or
I
you're
don't
waiting
know.
to hear from,
No, Lance, they have one,
oh, that's right.
they just have the 4-H director that they pay. No, it's okay.
I'd like to
They
know,
have one and then they still have to pay this extra above and beyond.
That's all they pay is the 4-H director. And I think it's a contract through Purdue, but that's all they pay.
Gotcha.
And I think their 4-H director is like Peg and I was talking, he's also the director in Ohio County. So
Gotcha.
he handles 2 counties.
So would Purdue cover this?
Well, a long time ago, as county extension director, I couldn't get enough money to support the programs, and the director at that time said it's okay. He picked it up for a year or so and said, try to work with them, get this covered, but shouldn't share that, but he did, and it worked out. But
Director from Purdue?
the extension director. Now, that's changed 3, 4 times
Right, right.
from that person. But I think they anticipate, everybody isn't just going to say, okay, budgets are tight.
Well, I mean, in today's technology, I mean,
Well, in Dearborn County, they're saving money, so it's not an issue for them.
Right. Sounds the same way in.
See, they had a
It's not
county,
costing.
see, you have a county paid staff member who meets the requirements, but the county paid that plus contractual services. And that's the case in Dearborn County. They pay for a person out of county funds and then contractual services for 2 people.
I wonder if their personnel is changing though in the way that ours is. I mean, I understand it might be the same or less money because of the mileage, but are they getting
They
to
already
keep?
had it. They already had people. They keep,
But I thought this was a cost sharing model, so like,
But Purdue staff was told that this revision would be going on, and they put them in the slots. Now, if you didn't want to take that slot you were given, it's okay, but that was your choice to stay with employment of Purdue or go into this model. And if you didn't choose to do that, it's bye-bye. You take retirement or find another job.
yeah, that's
So-
what Purdue said to the people.
Yes, the
They're
staff.
the employees, the staff,
You
yes.
take this, we're not, if you don't like it, you're not gonna cry and we give you something else. If you don't accept it, that's fine, but you won't have employment with us. So, but they made the commitment, if everybody was presently employed now, they would give them one opportunity for some type of job.
so is that how come Dave had to move to the state?
They looked at all the staff and tried to put people in the spots that they thought would best serve. And he's been with Extension fairly long, and he's very adamant about A&R, so they put him in that spot. Now, if he didn't want that, it's thanks, and
Right.
you don't have a job.
He didn't have a choice.
He didn't have no choice.
by doing that?
Right. So we're not, well, Dave's salary therefore isn't in our
No,
thing, but he was
it's-
paid through Purdue.
He was on
regardless.
contractual services and got that, what was it, 23,000 or
Purdue.
something?
Yeah.
From Purdue last year, or this year.
Right. So we're still paying that, but we don't have a person. We have a shared person now.
And they put out,
Still confused, I guess.
they put out
I think it's confusing too.
a job opportunity for Ripley County. And he shared today, there was like 5 or 6 applicants.
That's for 4-H though, right?
Correct?
Yeah.
But well, I guess my question, is the A&R position that we're talking about potentially not funding, is that Dave, if he went into A&R?
Oh, Dave goes to the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then why,
We don't necessarily have to fill
We
that
don't
A
have
and
to.
R.
If we pay it, we just have an affiliate from Purdue that covers it if somebody was to have a question. if
Or
they
it's
qualify.
be a split position.
So is the A&R Chris?
No, he's,
That's Bailey.
uh,
I don't know
I
who
don't know
Bailey
Bailey
is, but
Who's Bailey?
I thought Bailey was up here.
Who's Bailey?
is
she
that is that the
4-H?
caretaker?
Is
No.
Bailey, is
She was
she
the 4-H
Health and Human Services and 4-H? Consumer and Family Sciences and
Yeah.
4-H?
Oh, okay. There,
Yeah.
that's what she is then,
Yeah.
sorry. So she gets paid by Purdue?
She is right now in contractual services with Purdue. I don't
Okay.
know what county or what is going to be her area special. I don't have that list. They shared that, maybe somebody has that list. I can't tell you where she's going to be.
I thought he said we were keeping her.
Yeah, I thought
Oh, did he
I
say
thought he
keep
did
him?
too.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I thought, yeah, but she would be shared with another county also, though.
Yeah, she's going to have another county
I'm just
of
wondering.
responsibility.
but Is it going to make sense for us to call other counties if we don't know what we're really talking about? Because the more I listen, the more confusing it
I
gets.
think it's very confusing. I don't understand.
It sounds to me like they're starting to, this program is starting to get smaller.
Yes,
and
it is.
smaller and
And then they're
smaller.
wanting
So
us to
is,
pick up more and
is
more.
this the beginning of the end?
This says online currently that Dave is the county extension director, the extension educator, 4-H youth development, ag and natural resources, and a state shooting sports coordinator. It
Yes,
says Bailey is is extension educator and 4-H youth development and health and human services.
yes, that's true.
Okay, so it's Bailey and Dave that are getting paid out of contractual services now
Through the end of the year.
through the end of the year. Then it will be a new person in Bailey that will be getting paid out of this?
If we accept what they have given us, for the contractual services, it'll be Bailey, but she's gonna have another county that she'll also service. I can't
So will they
tell
pay
you.
her also?
Purdue will pay her, it'll be the same pay as what she has now, contractual services with 2 counties. And right now, it's only with 1 county, but it's going to be 2 counties that have contractual services and will pay her. And then it's gonna be a youth educator here in Ripley County that we're going to be paying
What would
with
be the,
that.
And I understand that. I do understand that part. But my thing is, what I'm asking is, so Bailey is making 26,750 off of us right now.
Right,
Purdue, do they pay the other half?
yes.
So,
That line item through the state of Indiana
Right,
is paying the
okay,
other half
okay.
of her salary.
but then my next question is, so like, we're gonna bump her up to 50 and then Purdue's gonna pay the other 50?
That's what I was
So
thinking.
she's gonna be making
No.
100?
No, no.
No, that's just what I mean. It's,
She's probably gonna be making about 48,000 or 50,000.
Okay, but there's 2
But-
counties putting into that. Where's the other money going?
Well, Purdue.
cover
doesn't-
other counties.
Right, Purdue doesn't have enough money to fund the extension system in the state of Indiana.
Sure they don't.
And it's,
So they want the counties that don't have the money to give their employees raises to pay
to
for it.
pay
got it.
our part.
No, that's why I say I'm not necessarily.
Purdue doesn't have enough money to support the land grant system in the state of Indiana. And this has been coming for many, many years. In other states, they've done similar things, scaled it down, but the first priority of the extension system in the state of Indiana is 4-H.
Do you know if this has been successful in other states?
It's an action to stop the bleed. Other states, they've gone through it before us, and Indiana was, quote, the premier. You want to come to Indiana work because it's pretty stable. You look to our sister state of Illinois, oh my gosh, they've had so many different models and shipped them around, and it's in a sad situation. Ohio State, they're pretty supportive of all the extension programs. They've been good, and the reason why is because the president of OSU, you don't want to hear all this, and the director of extension were best friends, and they went out every weekend to every 88 counties in the state of Ohio and recruited about Ohio State, and also along with the extension director, and pushed the extension system and everything that they were doing. So yes, this model's been used in other states, some more effective and others not as effective.
Okay, we'll make some calls tonight. I wanted to go back to EMS real quick. And the line item is the one with the building repairs.
Which fund?
It's 36104. It's the approval for the,
1236.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's line item number 36104.
Yes. Now, this is coming from lit. Will we be able to do that out of lit?
I mean, they have money now, but, I mean, that doesn't mean they'll have money later. I don't know what it's gonna do, so, I mean, they're gonna have money this year, next year, but after that, I don't know. I mean, if they're gonna do it, they ought to do it now.
Well, I mean, but it's able to be used for lit because it's really not,
It's their building.
That's why when I said that to her, I said, is this to promote public safety and to help out individuals of the county so that the people that work there are properly trained and aware of situations?
okay. I just wanted to double check and make sure that that was good.
And then, yes, you asked for
Okay.
that.
And she said,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm,
Because you
As
asked
far as
about public safety.
Okay, so let's move to
As far as that
parks,
parameter.
let's move to Parks and Rec. Okay, so we need to go through this line item at a time and discuss it and come up with a solution. So Parks and Rec, Fund 1219, location 0050, line item 11350, caretaker. It's showing it's 21, I believe, part-time an
He's
hour.
asked for 21 an hour.
That's for 21.
And everybody else, I think it was, I've got a note here that it's 1655.
Yes,
Not everyone else.
but
That's true. Most part-time people are 1655. So I need thoughts and recommendations.
I can't justify $21.21 when we've got other individuals with $16.55.
Okay?
But
Any-
we do have other people that are not that.
The health department, but
Right.
usually that's...
Veterans, health, EMS, 911.
But the health department, they had to be an RN or an LPN or something, some type of medical training certification.
What, does this person have any, I don't know who's in the position now. I mean, do they have any?
Not for the position that you guys did yesterday for the $26. That was for the food inspector.
Oh, yes, I know, and I believe I voted against that.
So is a caretaker somebody that mows grass, or...
I think I tried to describe the scope of work, and I'm just going off of a limb because I don't know what they would do, but the caretaker seems to me, as she kind of explained, like they're doing electrical work, they're doing building repairs, so they must have some sort of a construction background to picking up trash off the ground. I'd say it's from ground to
The general maintenance.
whatever, so general maintenance to roof, building repairs, roofing, the way she made it sound. I know there's no degree for that, but that's a specialized skill.
But then on the other hand too, she said she was getting quotes, like for the electrical work and all that,
and
so.
the maintenance?
So if the caretaker was expected to do that, I wouldn't be thinking you'd be getting quotes for,
Well,
That's
there's
underground- that's
general
underground work.
maintenance compared to, contracted, like if you just had to fix an outlet or something.
Or repair a roof, or
or
fix a
make
gutter or
So
something
it
of that?
doesn't leak, or put some caulking on a seam, or hammer on a new board, or what have you. Not saying that you go in there, rip a whole roof off and replace it,
Right.
that kind of thing. But, you would have to do that, or an electrical service. I mean, I can't even do that, I've done construction, so. I would imagine it's general maintenance, care, upkeep, as far as picking up trash from the ground, taking the trash out, cleaning the bathroom. That's just me thinking. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what I would think a caretaker would do.
To me, a caretaker is mowing grass, keeping it clean. If you need a plug fix, you fix it.
All right,
Whatever needs to be
just
done.
general.
Because if they're going to have somebody come in and redo all the wiring, shouldn't be any electrical needed. If they're going to have somebody come in and fix the buildings, shouldn't be any building maintenance needed, for quite some time. It's just my thought. There's always going to be some
Yeah.
sort of maintenance, but,
They did receive $10,000 from Rising Sun and $50,000 from Reynolds, $60,000.
yeah.
What do you want to say?
I mean, I just wondered if I still keep thinking like, I feel like this needs a deep dive. I feel like I'd like to hear from the commissioners, the council needs to have input, I feel like the park board needs to have input, Chrissy obviously was here today, maybe we need to have her back. I just feel like we need to have everybody together. It's hard for me to guess, some of this stuff, when I don't do the work every day, I don't.
Yeah, well, the commissioners wouldn't have it really, it's coming to them too about this is what we need. Like Mark always says, we're not in charge of the park. We fund it. I mean, so,
End of the
I mean,
day,
they've got another $50,000 in edit that they're asking for also, park board is. I don't know if you've seen that in the commissioner's budget.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, I feel like we need several people together to get some of these questions clarified. I mean, I think too, we've kind of briefly touched on, I think there needs to be kind of a look at where we're going with the park. I mean, are we just trying to patch up what we've got? Or are we trying to really make some infrastructure improvements? Not just for the short term, but for the long haul,
I guess,
I feel like Andrew was saying earlier, it kind of reminds me a little bit of what I've heard. I wasn't really involved in any of that stuff because it was before me, but the whole courthouse, just turns into,
snowball, and it's better just to get it done,
Right.
rip the Band-Aid off, that's what everybody thought, and that's why we did it, and spent all this money and did all this, was rip the money off. Rip the Band-Aid off, get everything perfect over there, because it was for the best of the people.
right.
Yeah, as a council, approve the monies as we did it in the courthouse. So therefore, the board or whomever came up with the budget, however that dynamic was, they feel that this is what it's gonna cost to fix, repair, do, and it's up to us to say if we wanna fund it or not. No different than what we just did with the courthouse.
Don't you wish that was done differently?
Me?
Yeah.
I voted no on all that stuff, but I mean, I'm one of 7, that's why we're all sitting here. So, I mean, I wasn't for that, but we did it, ripped off the Band-Aid, it's all done now, whatever, so, do you wanna,
About $4
Do that.
million more than should have been spent.
but, I mean, it's
I
still
just don't
passed
wanna-
and made it.
I've heard some talk about, improving our parks system, there's some ideas that have been floated out there, trails and different things like that. I know that some of our some of our towns, struggle a little bit with, figuring out the direction that they want to go, I think, with some of their parks, I heard Pangburn Park talked about here in Versailles the other day. I guess I just would hate to, spend money fixing some of these things in infrastructure, and then 2 years from now, if somebody go, oh, we need to tear that building down and build, something nicer or something bigger, I guess I'd like to know what the vision is for the park, so that we don't spend money now and then wish we would have done it differently 2 years from now.
I think that's the worst part of sitting here, we don't necessarily know the vision of what's to come unless it's told to us.
I don't even know if they have a vision.
Well, there needs to be one.
Well, every business
That
should
would be
have
through
one,
the
but
I think
board.
it's our job as leaders to bring the people together and have these conversations, because otherwise, I don't want to be responsible for saying we spent, $50,000 or $100,000 and then it was a waste because 2 years from now we want to do something different,
So I feel like if we do, should we have them come back in and ask them to bring us what their vision is, what their overall thoughts and process are?
well, I
where
don't
this
think
is
they
gonna
could
go
make it
to?
up overnight. it's gonna take it's gonna take 3 months to make a vision. I mean, you can't just sit there and dream about it and say, this is what we want to do. I think you have to financially and physically
just a
step. I know
reserve and the-
with my company, my business plan is my vision, and I don't go day to day, I go 6 months, a year, year and a half, 2 years, 4 years down the road. I don't think you can just make a vision plan that says, this is what I want to do this week, this is what I want to do the following week. And as you can see, in the last 20 years, there's never been a vision, because it wouldn't have fell apart the way it has.
So, is
One thing
it just preserve and protect right now? Like, as simple as that. I'm not talking, it doesn't matter to me if they want to build 5 buildings down the road. This is this budget right now. Are they just using it to preserve and protect?
Well, with these
That's what
kind
it
of
seems like
prices,
to
that's
me.
about all it can be. I mean,
that's
it's
what it
still a
seems
lot
like.
of money, and I don't want to see the park go away, and I don't want to see buildings falling in and not safe.
Right.
But
And
to me, I would rather see all the money focused after seeing the electric, just on the electric.
Yeah, but it's not just the electric.
I know,
I
but
mean,
that's the
I know
main
she
thing, that
didn't
can kill
include them.
somebody.
She didn't include pictures of any of the other crap. I mean, if you walked around at the fair and looked, or I did, just because I noticed that kind of stuff, there's some stuff that needs, not only for the place to stay there and stay standing, I mean, I'm surprised through this windstorm, some of them didn't come crashing down.
Well, the support beam, the posts, I
Yeah.
think deteriorated at the level where the concrete and that
Just
makes.
because water's sitting up there right now, this deep, drainage, huge. The whole.
Where do you drain to? From
Huh?
one flat spot to another?
Dig retention.
Mhm.
That's your option, you dig a retention.
Put a waterway in?
Put a
But-
waterway to the retention.
But we don't want to have that's the way to correct it, I agree, but we don't want an individual or youth or something getting in that retention pond and being
Well, it's gonna have to
fatality.
be safely secured like all the other ones around that you would see.
Well, I agree.
Like, that's just
I don't think it-
issues that I think that need to be addressed.
Yeah.
And sooner than later, even though they don't even have that in their budget. I'm just saying that if the money that's in here right now, it needs to be
And,
put
and
somewhere.
they've gotten from the foundation 60,000, but that has to be used just exactly of what they shared they were
That's
going
correct.
to use it for in those grant.
And I'm pretty sure both of them were being used for electrical upgrade.
Well,
At
okay.
least our,
Yeah, so was the $50,000 one.
Okay. Well, I know we all realize there's a lot of things that need to be done and corrected and stuff, but it's not our jobs to decide what needs to be done and corrected. Our job's here to try to figure out the pay and what we can give money for that they're asking for. So let's try to get back on track on that. Let's go back to the caretaker. They're wanting 21 an hour. I realize that EMS, other part-time positions, 911, are making different than other part-time people. So we need to come to a happy medium or something on this. We need to come up with a decision.
And we have 95 people, as Amy has shared with us in the county, it's part-time.
But once again, it's okay, Amy, you'll be fine. Take a Tylenol. We have a lot of part-time people that are in the office. We have a lot of part-time people that are paramedics. We have part-time people that are in health department that are trained different than, let's just say, somebody that's running a lawnmower or something of that nature. So we need to come up with something on this. So suggestions?
I'm sorry, I'm for the 1655, that's me,
You don't have to be sorry,
that's me.
okay? Peg?
Same, ditto.
David?
I got to go the same, but is the pay at this point, I've got a few numbers written down here, Is the pay at this point $14.90, or is it
That's for the assistant.
16.23?
It's 15 flat, or 16 flat, maybe.
1623 now.
I'll have to look, because I don't know
Thought
off
they
the
made
top of my head.
15 even, maybe, or it was
I
either
wrote down
15
16.
even or
And do you
16.
have how many hours the caretaker,
No, they were asking
They can only,
16
by
for
law,
the
they're only supposed to work so many hours.
part-time person.
If they go
That's
over
increase
that,
you want.
I understand that.
she's,
So why are we
that
hiring?
can't be done.
But she even asked like if this should be a full-time position, and I'm sitting there thinking, I just wonder how many hours.
So the assistant
Well, I
right
won't ask the
now,
question.
What's the difference
just-
between the assistant and the caretaker?
go ahead, you guys go
They
ahead.
do a different job.
What'd you say, Amy? The assistant right now?
$14.90 is what the assistant makes right now.
What's the difference?
That's what I had that written down.
What's the difference between the caretaker and the assistant?
I have no idea. And 1623 is what the caretaker makes. And I'll be honest, I have no idea.
That's where they had that other number written down.
It looks as if the assistant is a person that only comes in every once in a while because they didn't expend very much money.
Well, rather than overtax the caretaker, like, why don't we just, could we just consider hiring 2 part-time people?
Well, that would be up to them. It's not for us to say, hey, hire 2 part-time people. That's what she should have put in.
The only thing we can do is,
But I think she's already got, a caretaker and an assistant.
I just don't understand the difference in their duties, so it's hard to make a decision on what they should be paid.
you can do both of them at 16.55 and then add the 2 totals up and split them between each person. That would be great, and then you end up with 2 paid the same to do the same duties. You have 2 part-time employees, even though that's kind of what's there, but like she said, it's hard to find somebody for 14 if they're both at 16.55, and maybe a little easier to recruit.
Other comments?
That's 1655 times 28 or 27 times 52.
Well, we don't know. You don't know if they're going to work 52 weeks or, come November, there's probably, I'm saying a number. There
That's why
might
I
not
was
be
asking
any
Amy
work.
is how many hours
You know,
they put in like this.
there's no
I mean, it
rest.
varies so much, and I don't do payroll every week.
I didn't know if you
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
it there or
every
not.
month, every,
I was just
I mean, I'd have to go back and look through every
No,
paycheck.
no,
I
don't
think-
do
I
that. I
think-
just thought maybe you had it there.
I think every month and every year will be different. I mean, how often do you mow in August and look at it?
Or whatever.
So I think it's going to, just depends, but
And she
I
really
like-
talked about, like July is really busy, and of course, we can see all
yeah,
that.
it's fair week, but
You
yeah.
know.
I like the idea of the 1655 for each one.
I mean, last year in 25, April, who is the caretaker, worked from July to November. November, the 2 paychecks, she worked 14 hours 1 week, 2 weeks, and then 4 hours the next 2 weeks. I mean, but in July of 25, she had 52 hours, the 1 week, the 1 paycheck,
Wow.
and 72 the next one.
Wow.
But that's on 2 weeks.
I know it's 2 weeks, but still. Big
I
difference.
mean, and then the next paycheck was 77 hours. And that was in 25. In 26, she started working in April, and she's pretty much worked every week since then.
So when you average it out around a year,
A lot of that would be depending on events that come in and everything else is gonna determine
The number of
the
hours.
number. I mean, if they set it at whatever it is between the 2 people and they go over, I guess they can ask for additional.
Okay, Diane, 1655 for line item 11350. We're not voting on it. I'm just asking, what's your thoughts?
We don't have job descriptions, so we don't know if these 2 people do the same thing. But if, what's fair for one is fair for all. So if the majority of our 95 part-time employees are making $16.55, then that's what
But they're
we should be
not.
making.
I mean, we have EMS.
I understand that, but I'm saying the majority of, we have just part-time people in general, not the.
Specialties?
Yes,
Okay.
just in general. If they're making $16.55, then I think this is that should be there too.
Okay.
In general, I agree with you, but I feel like there's something that I am missing, because if Christie felt like one of them should be making 21 and one of
But
them.
that's why I
should be
say
making
we don't have
16,
job
There must be a
descriptions.
difference to account for that, I would think.
But we don't know that, so unless she provides us
Right.
with a job description, how can we differentiate?
I think we need to ask her.
So I have one in here from 2021. Caretaker, check the grounds daily for vandalism, limbs, and other considerations for the appearance of playgrounds. Daily checks of playground equipment and maintenance and cleaning of said area. Daily checks and cleaning of the restrooms. Upkeep and maintenance of all buildings and barns, including the grandstands, mowing and trimming the grounds, making sure buildings are clean for rentals, making sure the playground area is safe for the kids, mowing the grass and weed eating, taking the trash to the dumpster and cleaning the bathrooms. This says just maintenance secretary. Part-time, I mean, again, this is from 21, so this could be totally different now. So.
But still, that keeps somebody busy.
Process claims on a daily basis and submit to the auditor's office to take care of payroll for all employees, to keep track of budget needs, which that is not what the assistant does. He does not do that now. Christie does all that.
So it seems like Chris.
He may clean, but that's about it.
Okay, we're just stuck. So let's move to line item 19400, superintendent. It's 31%, 30.81% raise. Thoughts, questions?
2%.
2%?
2%.
Stan, Peg, 2%. David? Diane?
Same, 2%.
2%. Andrew?
Dollar amount, but whatever.
Okay. Stephanie?
I don't know, honestly, I have the position that I feel like I want a lot more information than what I have, so if I have to vote, I'd be abstaining.
We have office staff making more than her.
Okay.
I mean, has her, I don't know enough about the history and the context, I just feel like I'm kind of shooting in the dark a little bit from my standpoint.
Well, to me, she's a manager of the park and she supervises people. She's responsible for the park. She's responsible for anything that goes wrong at the park. And
Yep.
she spends a lot of hours.
Then I would say she probably deserves a dollar amount.
You say 2%.
Okay, so let's move forward. We need to think about this. Line item 32340, lawn and ground care. It's a 202.50% increase. Is lawn and ground care mowing? Is that, she said something about tiling? I don't know if that's.
Yeah, that was the line item they wanted to tile it to get the drainage better.
But okay, so I mean, I need thoughts on that. I mean, where do you, I don't know how much you can do for that amount of money. Because if you don't have a place to tile it to, to run it to, what good is it doing to put tile on the
They
ground?
figure that out, though.
Well, again, I would say, we're
I think that's
tiling.
part of the vision.
Yeah, it's part, yes, like, why would we spend the money to tile something if we're gonna like build a building there later and dig it up or do, I don't know, like.
We are getting nowhere on this.
Absolutely.
Which is why I think we need I think we need a special session or whatever to discuss it with a lot of different people.
Well, it's the park, and the park board's the one that comes up with this stuff.
From what I have heard, the park board, like, doesn't have rules and bylaws, and they've kind of been a little bit of a mess. And I realize they're trying to work on fixing that, but I think to be responsible for the money and all those kinds of things and what's going on there, like, when all of that's kind of had some unrest and some issues, I feel like we should do our due diligence to make sure all of the people that need to be involved in the decisions, like, you know, to say, well, the park's responsible for maintaining the grounds, but yet the commissioners, you know, the county owns the lot, like, you know, I don't know, to me it seems like kind of a mess.
And then we can go to building maintenance, 150% increase. That's to fix buildings. Building improvement, 100%, $90,000 more. Equipment, 24.62% more. They've also got $50,000 in commissioner's budget coming from the edit fund. So far, we haven't made a decision on anything, and we need to, I've got some 1655 for the caretaker and the assistant, I've heard. Board members, we know how that is. Superintendent, I have no clue on. Lawn and ground care, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8, 9 items that we have to come up with something on.
And we vote on this budget as a whole, not each line item.
Well, we got to get the line items right to where we can even make a vote,
Right.
because I'm not going to ask for a vote if we're still up in the air.
And I believe when I asked her about this building maintenance, that 18,000, that line number did not include electrical. I'm pretty sure she said that. Us, you know.
So it sounded to me like, if we start at the top, it sounded to me like the majority is at 1655, so that's taken care of.
Them two, I've got a
There's
check
not
mark
gonna
on,
be
yes.
a thing on that. So we're down to lawn, ground care for tiling,
And we're at superintendent, we don't have an answer on that one.
right.
And then,
But it sounds like 2% to me for the superintendent. It was 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%.
That's about $880, $900.
I know that she
so,
does
okay,
work
so
awfully
we're,
hard.
okay, I didn't know that. Okay, 2%.
That's what was said, even
Okay,
though I
then
don't agree with that,
line
but-
item 32340.
We did another superintendent, I think, for the highway department, they got a different raise, you know.
Right.
Well, my personal thing is she's making $40,000, and she can come in here, and I'm not saying anything negative to this, but she can come in here and let somebody be responsible for her and not have any responsibility.
What?
Now, going back to the highway superintendent, he does supervise, it's 26 people, correct?
How many, okay, so who here has the smallest staff they supervise?
Lisa?
Probably
Yeah,
probably Lisa and the recorder.
Yeah,
Two
They
people.
have
two people.
But they are elected.
But they're elected,
They're elected officials.
which is the same thing as a supervisor.
Right,
We're just
right.
elected.
But,
Veteran service, he's got one.
Yeah, he's got one. That's right. But he's a little different because he's not full-time.
but what I meant by what I was saying is,
I mean,
a lot of the people that work here at the county are right around, correct me if I'm wrong, 43, 44,000 a year?
yeah.
True.
I mean, the office staff makes, I mean, they're at
749.
They're not
It's a
supervising.
little over
They're at
43,000.
44,000 and they're not
Exactly. That's what I'm
supervising
saying.
anyone.
They're not supervisors, so she,
I'm not doubting that a bit, but, back in May, when you said 2% no
2%.
exceptions, that's what I'm going by.
Yeah.
well, I realize that.
Back in, May, this coming May, you need to say, okay, so the park and rec superintendent, we're gonna make that person more in '28. You know what I'm saying? There need to be some continuity here, because
Well-
you're picking and choosing who gets.
Well, I'm not, because I voted no for the 2%.
But you voted yes on the budgets.
I've been,
Yes.
but I also voted yes on Garage and Motors to not get 2%. So I'm asking.
If we're going. with
Yes,
it-
please, come up front, please.
You guys as a whole decided on the 2%. You sent out letters, recommendations, 2%. The majority of your people followed your rules, but now you want to make exceptions for a few that don't. So where is that fair in the ones that did follow your rules? If that was the case, then you should have said, here's my recommendation, send in what you want, I'll take it from there. That's my thoughts on it.
That's true.
That's exactly right. I agree
true.
that she's not making enough money, but we said 2%, and that's,
Well, if that's the case then, and you're gonna do that, then change the highway
I-
and the sheriff's department and everybody else that you've given more to. I'm just saying.
Good point.
Yeah, they're all good points. It's like things are kind of a mess.
You guys, I mean, you truly, I mean, and that's part of my little speech that I got tomorrow is you do pick and choose who you want to give to and who you don't
oh, I didn't.
every year.
But 2% is 2%, and if that's what we said, we need to stick with it. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve more,
Okay,
but
then
we
we got-
said 2%.
I understand that, but you don't treat everyone that way though. Not every department gets treated that way. I mean, it's just what it is. Like, they don't. Like, the offices in this building, and it's on my list to talk to you guys about tomorrow. I mean, mind you, I have 140 days left. But nobody gets treated the same. The 4 offices on that end of the hallway and the clerk's office over here has never got treated the same as everybody else in this. I mean, the judge was in here last year, and you guys gave him like a 10% raise for his employees. I mean, you guys don't treat everyone the same. I'm sorry. You can sit here and tell me that you do and you do and you do, but you don't. You never have, and never has been done, it never will be done.
I hope you're saying collective you. I'm not.
I just got this microphone because I was told I wasn't being able to be heard.
Oh, just open the door, they'll hear you.
Oh, I know, they will, especially if I get mad enough. And I'm not saying
You
who,
both have a valid point.
and what I'm not stating whoever did get raises, I'm not trying to take anything from them. I'm not saying they don't deserve what they've gotten. I'm just stating you guys contradict yourself a lot, all of you.
You are 100% correct, and you're correct, Lisa. I'm the newest person here, and I will say that it is not easy sitting in this seat.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not, I know it's
that
not.
every, when you have people that have badges and guns and that are out there working 24/7 and doing that, and you got people that are out working in the weather, and it's not black and white, there's a lot of shades of gray, and it's not easy, but your points are so well taken and they're true.
And here's my thing too, is none of us should be treated the same. None of us are the same.
You're right.
None of us are the same.
You're right.
There is no office in this county that does the exact same amount of work the exact same times of the year, on the exact same days of the year. Every office is completely different.
Yep. I'm sure people work.
And people get mad because people think they're entitled. Well, guess what? Get mad, you're not entitled to anything.
It's one of the reasons last year, coming in, being a new person, I liked what I heard anyway, of like what the highway department was doing, because he's evaluating his people and he's giving them like a raise based on how he thinks they performed. I don't think it's fair that some people get a raise, you know, when there's people working their tails off, and I hear people say there's people that aren't. I don't know the answer to that, but I really like that system kind of for
Yeah,
that
but
reason.
Some department heads are friends of their employees and don't want to hurt feelings, and that's not how this is supposed to be ran.
Well,
That's
Plus, the
why
department heads
it's
could
like-
change every 4 years also.
True, but they
Which
still
makes it
have the
tough, too.
ability to do it. You're gonna be starting off at a base regardless.
I'd love to hear, you know, if people, you guys had the meetings with the different people, I mean, did they share different ideas, or like, if I'm getting it wrong, then like, what ideas are out there to make it better? Because I think it's very difficult.
It is, I mean, at this point, we're never gonna make everybody happy.
No.
Everybody has the right to complain.
Sure.
Everybody has the right to say anything they want. At the end of the day, if we decide to do this and this and this, it's what we decide to do. There's 7 of us, we all have the ability to vote the way we think it needs to be done. And if you change your mind, that's your prerogative. It doesn't matter what she says, what
Nope.
she says, what he says, what he says, what you think, what I think. It just comes down to, let's figure this out. I mean, I can make a motion right now to approve this whole budget, and we can have a second, or we cannot. But the raise part of this is so out of control, it's unbelievable. We don't have to give a raise. We could right now say, you know what? We're not giving any raises. It's the same as last year.
Which has been done before.
And we could alleviate all this problem.
Shannon was in here
Right now,
earlier,
I
and
mean,
said
we
some
could
of
do
his
that.
people haven't had raises in 3 years, you know, they've been at the same amount. And I'm just, the points are valid, that everybody shares, but it's like, I'm ready for solutions. I want somebody to come say like, you know, Stephanie, you've only been here a year and a half, I've been here 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, this is what I think, you know, this is what I want to propose, like,
We talked about doing a wage survey, but that's gonna drop some people down lower than what they're already getting paid, and you can't go below the cost that you've already been paid. So the minimum that we have right now with the wage survey is what people are getting paid right now, so it's only gonna go up for the people that appreciate. The people that don't, or the people that need to be cut back however far because of whatever reasoning they would come up with, that's not gonna happen. So therefore, it's unfair that way. So.
It needs to be based on a merit system. But
There's
this
no
year
way
we
to
said
navigate.
2%, so, you know, we're kind of stuck with that. But it should be on a merit system. And again, granted, not everybody's the same and shouldn't be the same.
But some department heads won't take, or may not want to take the initiative
Absolutely, and I
to
understand
evaluate the
that.
employees.
Because we hire people we know because we need support as elected officials.
So it's gonna be I mean, we're gonna sit here and argue about this for the next 20 years.
I don't want to do that.
But it's not.
It's always been argued about,
I mean,
it's fine.
If we were corporate,
I won't be here for that.
yeah,
Me
if we
neither.
were corporate.
I want to
it
see
would be-
progress, or I'm gonna like not run again, because I don't like staying stuck.
Right there.
If
I like
if
making
we were
progress.
corporate, we would have a personnel director. Nobody in here would do the hiring. Personnel director would do the hiring. You would have a job description. They interview with the personnel director. I'm hiring you for this office. That's where they go. All the buddy system goes away, all the friendship goes away. I don't have a problem with friendship and the buddies. I don't. But if you have
I do
that.
if it causes a problem.
Well, but, and then if you, and I've been on this for years, and people will say they've heard me, if you have a personnel director, if you have somebody in your department that you have an issue with, or somebody in the department has an issue with their boss, who do they talk to? They have no one to go to,
Commissioners.
right? If somebody's
Let's go to.
getting disciplined, and not to put the commissioners down, but what experience do they have in disciplining someone? I don't know. Have they been to school? Do they not understand the personnel? I know a lot of stuff gets thrown on Amy. She's got enough on her plate to deal with this, to have somebody come to her and, I've got this, and she doesn't need any more. She's got to listen to me. At least I'll provide aspirins if she wants them.
She needs more aspirin.
But back to the wage thing that we're trying to figure out. It's our job, our duty to figure this out. If we make a salary of whatever for this person, any and everyone else has the right to complain, contest, do. They can either go with what we give them, or they can quit, or resign, or whatever. It's their prerogative to do that as well.
That's true.
I mean, because the last 3 or 4 years, you've done it for different offices. Let's just say that. Like, I don't even remember who it was the year before, but let's just say last year. Last year it was the highway and 911. Year before that it was the judge.
Yeah, the one
Like,
mandate.
who's to say you can't do that for every office and pick and choose 4 or 5 every year to fix?
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to do.
Good idea, and then we'll get in trouble because we fixed theirs first and not.
Yeah.
But no, just state, like, I mean, everybody was already mad that the judges, girls got more money. I mean, we were all upset about that.
Well, we
Yeah,
hear that.
we were too.
judges,
Yeah.
we hear
Who's gonna
from the health
mandate?
I mean, I was upset last year because the highway department, I'd been asking for my girls a raise for 4 years, different than what you guys have put in, or asked me to put in. I haven't even been able to talk at a meeting. They haven't even allowed me to talk at a meeting about it.
I brought
They
that
just
up.
changed it. So, like, and that's just an instance. Like, but then last year, you let the highway do it and 911.
See, and that's my thing with that. Last year we did that, but now this year we want to take it away. That started.
I don't think that anybody said that you need to take it away.
But
We're
if
just
you-
stating,
if
like,
you-
you guys keep saying that you're giving 2% to every office. You've got to quit stating that because that is a lie, because you're not.
Right, I understand.
I don't say that. But yeah, so at the end of the day.
So do you have an
what-
idea of how to fix an office?
I mean, I do not have the idea on how to fix them all at one time.
Not at one time,
No.
but
I
if
do
we were gonna,
not.
if we were gonna fix.
My recommendation on fixing the salaries is I think the office holder or the superintendent of that department or the department head of that department needs to put in for what they think. They run that office.
I've brought that up how many
That's back to-
times?
I know, but I've always agreed with that.
7
I've
years.
always
Back to
agreed
merit
with that, though. Like this year, what I had put
I talked to
in
you
prior to, what I had put in prior to, knowing that their payroll clerk I had to fire. But I had put in a little bit bigger of a raise for her, because she's been there the longest, other than Danielle, and Danielle's leaving. Then I put a little bit of a raise in for Ashlyn, and then I put the 2% in for the person that Lisa was gonna have to hire. They'd all make something different, but guess what? She's been there longer
Exactly,
than all of them.
yeah. So we talked about that with the department heads, and then some of them.
That's what I
didn't
recommended
feedback.
for, I don't
So
know how
then we
many
tried the
years, but
longevity and put
I'm
the
nobody.
longevity
I
in
mean,
place to separate for
Last
time
year,
served, like,
we said,
we're not gonna make anybody happy. I don't care.
your
you're
recommendation,
not.
and we got all kinds of feedback from that. So the day we start, oh my gosh, the day we start on budgets, scrap that, made it 2% and did longevity. We had longevity and Stan was on that committee and Diane. And we started in January and we came back a report, this is last year, 25. We came back in February and the suggestion was longevity. And we said, oh no, you misunderstood. We wanted to do this amount and then let the office holder or the person in charge disseminate it according to your area of performance. Okay, we go that, and then we come the day of our budget meeting, we start, and we had all kinds of complaints about this. We completely changed it, introduced longevity and a 2% increase. That caused people lots of headaches and Okay, I'm elected, you can complain, I'll listen, but it was not well accepted. So we tried
Longevity wasn't well accepted?
No, that we give you, I shouldn't say a pot of money, but equal to maybe a 2%.
Yeah, I was all for that.
I know, but some
Not
people
everybody.
were not. And that 2% or something, and then you distribute it, if a person with more experience than a person that just came in 6 months ago. And wow, got all kinds of feedback from that. So it was changed that day that we started our budget meetings. It was terrible, because you had to refigure every one. You remember? You had to refigure.
Oh, no, I remember.
Okay, hey, guys, let's stop this now, because all we're doing is having a bitch session.
Well, no,
We need to
I
get
don't
things-
think it's a
we need
bitch
to be
session.
in order with it, though. I mean, a
I
lot
just
of
think
loud
it's a good
voices.
talking.
So it's a lot of loud voices and a lot of stress, so let's just talk about it. We can talk about it, but let's keep our voices.
Okay.
Who's yelling?
I can't handle this.
Who's yelling?
It just, to me, it sounds like everybody, it's just like a big rumble going on. Let's
Well,
just,
you ain't talked to me in forever then, because I talk loud even when I like you.
I think it's good sharing. We're
Okay,
not
that's
trying to
fine.
be disrespectful, excuse me. I'm not going to say
Go take an
anything.
aspirin.
I
Go
just,
take an aspirin.
And wash it down with a glass of wine.
We're okay.
take
Just redirect.
over for a minute, will you?
Sure. Okay, now, I believe we have not, but we're still on the park board. So direct me on how we want to handle this. Are we okay with the caretaker at 2%? Or what do you want to do?
I think that they said the caretaker, the assistant, the board members, I think we were down to the superintendent. If I'm not mistaken, I heard 2%, bunch of 2%.
2%, Amy, of 4945 is what, about 880?
49, she only makes
40.
40.
I said 40,945 times 2%.
41,764.
2% times that is 41?
41,764.
Yes, that's about, what is that, 880 or something increase?
I don't know.
That's all right, you don't need to do it.
Ooh, this smells very nice outside.
1269.
1269?
I mean, why, hypothetically,
Or 819, sorry.
That's what yeah.
I'd like for somebody to explain to me, like, if we have a maintenance supervisor that's making, 53,000, the reason that Chrissy, who is maintaining the fairgrounds and supervising people, shouldn't make a similar amount.
You can make a suggestion.
Well, I'm just,
I mean-
I guess I'm kind of making that suggestion, because I'm having a hard time understanding how her role is different than that, for example.
I think the maintenance supervisor does the maintenance and supervises. He does all the maintenance for the annex and the courthouse. So he does a lot of,
He also, for the commissioners, he outreaches if they need new laundry or some equipment in the jail. He goes out and he gets all the bids, and then also he got all the bids for the 3 bids for the roofing on the courthouse and also the box gutters. He's constantly a resource for the commissioners to get the bids and the bidding process for them.
Christy said today she was writing grants, and getting bids on electrical work and things like
I
that.
just think that was at that point, because whenever they did it years ago, they just thought that's what they'd throw to somebody to run the park, and then now it's kind of taken on more responsibilities, and the pay's never been reflected to that, so therefore it's only grown from what she started as. And, you know, at that point, she hired on and agreed to that salary, at that point in time.
Maybe we
So
ought to
you
really
just-
conclude today.
You know,
And,
otherwise it's,
and then process some of these things, and we'll come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we have a few more things to review and things, but we can come in with a clear mind and process a lot of this information that we've been covering. Is that correct? Amy, we're coming back at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and it's not a conclusion, it's a continuation of this meeting. It's not officially closed. Everybody in agreement?
I'm good with that.
Just a little time to reprocess and think about things. Okay, everybody have a good evening. Few people have assignments, and we'll take care of those.